World stocks edge above November 2020 lows. Sterling recovers some ground. Reuters. World stocks picked up from 21-month lows on Tuesday and sterling rallied after hitting record lows. Versus the dollar a day earlier on UK plans for tax cuts. As market slides ran out of steam. London, Hong Kong. September 27. Reuters. World stocks picked up from 21-month lows on Tuesday and sterling rallied after hitting record lows versus the dollar a day earlier on UK plans for tax cuts. As plus 3670 chars. Alternate footage of Rollins post-Raw brawl with Riddle. Raw exclusive. Sept. 26. 2022 WWE. Null. Your browser isn't supported anymore. Update it to get the best YouTube experience and our latest features. Learn more. Remind me later. World stocks edge above November 2020 lows. Sterling recovers some ground. Reuters. World stocks picked up from 21-month lows on Tuesday and sterling rallied after hitting record lows. Versus the dollar a day earlier on UK plans for tax cuts. As market slides ran out of steam. London, Hong Kong. September 27. Reuters. World stocks picked up from 21-month lows on Tuesday and sterling rallied after hitting record lows versus the dollar a day earlier on UK plans for tax cuts. As plus 3670 chars. Arthritis. 4 fruits full of potassium that could protect joints. Expert. Express. Potassium-rich foods can help protect bones and joints, which is vital when it comes to treating symptoms of arthritis. Null. Giants shook up after heartbreaking leg injury for Sterling Shepard. It choked me up. Yahoo Sports. 3 games into a comeback from an Achilles tear. Shepard suffered a non-contact injury on the final Giants snap on Monday. Sterling Shepard's 2021 season ended early when he tore his left Achilles tendon in a December game against the Dallas Cowboys. On Monday again against the Cowboys, Shepard appeared to sustain another plus 2410 chars. AMD Ryzen 9790X CPU review and benchmarks versus R7 1700, 7950X, and more. Gamers Nexus. Null. Your browser isn't supported anymore. Update it to get the best YouTube experience and our latest features. Learn more. Remind me later. European markets advance after choppy start to the week. CNBC. European markets were higher as stocks attempted to rally after choppy trade at the start of the week. European stocks are expected to open in negative territory on Wednesday as investors react to the latest US inflation data. The UK's FTSE index is expected to open 47 points lower at 7,341. Germ. Plus 695 chars. Candice LeRae attempts to put her Raw debut into words. Raw Talk. September 26, 2022 WWE. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss and Asuka. The nefarious Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. And the returning Candice LeRae reflect on a turbulent episode of Monday Night. Null. After sham referendums, Russia could annex more of Ukraine by the end of the week. Russian conscripts set off to war. CNBC. Tuesday is the final day of voting in sham referendums on joining Russia, which is expected to announce it has annexed more of Ukraine by the end of the week. Tuesday is the final day of voting in a series of referendums on joining Russia. The votes, widely seen as rigged and illegitimate, are likely to pave the way for Russia to announce it has annexed Mo. Plus 1221 chars. Drinking several cups of coffee a day may be linked to longer lifespan in study. Bloomberg. Null. To continue, please click the box below to let us know you're not a robot. NASA's DART spacecraft hits target asteroid in first planetary defense test. Reuters. NASA's DART spacecraft successfully slammed into a distant asteroid at hypersonic speed on Monday, in the world's first test of a planetary defense system, designed to prevent a potential doomsday meteorite collision with Earth. September 26. Reuters. NASA's DART spacecraft successfully slammed into a distant asteroid at hypersonic speed on Monday, in the world's first test of a planetary defense system, designed to prevent a PO. Plus 5870 chars. Mali women's basketball players fight following loss. Video. New York Post. FIBA has opened an investigation into the incident between players Salamatu Koruma and Kamite Elizabeth Dabu. Two members of Mali's women's basketball team duked it out Monday following their latest loss in what has so far been a winless appearance in the Women's World Cup. The brief, caught-on-camera scuff. Plus 1230 chars. Galaxy Z Fold 4 gets another spec-heavy foldable competitor. Sam Mobile. Samsung News. Samsung is the biggest foldable smartphone brand in the world right now. And it doesn't look like other brands can. Samsung is the biggest foldable smartphone brand in the world right now. And it doesn't look like other brands can even come close to the South Korean firm for the next few years in terms of sales. Ho. Plus 2257 chars. Stock futures rise after S&P 500. Dow close at lowest levels since 2020. CNBC. Futures were higher on Tuesday morning after another rough day for Wall Street. Stock futures were higher on Tuesday morning after the market started the week by continuing its dramatic September decline. S&P 500 futures gained 0.68% and Nasdaq 100 futures rose 0.74%. Those plus 1507 chars. Austin Theory and the Alpha Academy get a call from Braun Strowman. Raw. Sept. 26. 2022 WWE. Null. Hurricane Ian intensifies into a Category 3 storm as it nears landfall in Cuba, bringing life-threatening storm surge and 115 mph winds. CNN. Breaking news update. Published at A.M.D. Breaking news update. Published at 4:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Hurricane Ian has made landfall in western Cuba early Tuesday morning as a Category 3 hurricane, bringing 125 mph winds and powerful storm surges to plus 7774 chars. Frozen embryos tied to higher risk of pregnancy complications related to high blood pressure. Study suggests. CNN. Pregnancies from in vitro fertilization using frozen embryos appear to be linked to an increased risk of complications related to high blood pressure or hypertensive disorders, compared with when fresh embryos are used or when a pregnancy is conceived natura. Pregnancies from in vitro fertilization using frozen embryos appear to be linked to an increased risk of complications related to high blood pressure or hypertensive disorders, compared with when Fr. plus 5396 chars. How to see Jupiter from the SF Bay Area on Monday night, SFGATE. It should be a striking sight. Jupiter will be the closest it's been to Earth in nearly 6 decades on Monday night, according to a news release from NASA, and there's a good chance you'll be able to see the fifth planet from the Sun. Plus 3359 chars. NFL Week 3 grades. Chiefs get A, D, after upset loss to Colts. Cowboys get B+, after Monday win over Giants. CBS Sports. Here are the Week 3 grades for every team. It's not often you see the Kansas City Chiefs fully implode, but that's exactly what happened on Sunday during the team's shocking 20-17 loss to the Indianapolis Colts. There was an offensive implosion. Plus 4208 chars. You can now add Splatoon 3 widgets to Android and iOS home screens. Nintendo Life. Stay fresh with this cool new feature. Image. Nintendo Life. Nintendo has added a cool new feature to the Switch Online mobile application, allowing users to add Splatoon 3 widgets to their phone's main menus. To access these new feature, plus 1168 chars. Siberia will be full of investing opportunities in the next 30 years, Business Insider. Russia could surprise on the upside for investors after the war in Ukraine, said Chea Cheng Hai, co-CIO of Value Partners Group. Russia may be in the thick of war now, but investing in it may surprise on the upside after the conflict with Ukraine ends, a Hong Kong-based fund manager said at the Forbes Global CEO Conference. Plus 1808 chars. Hilaria Baldwin opens up about mom guilt just days after welcoming Ilaria Catalina Irena. Daily Mail. Just days after welcoming her 7th child with Alec Baldwin, Hilaria Baldwin is opening up about mom guilt. Just days after welcoming her 7th child with Alec Baldwin, Hilaria Baldwin is opening up about mom guilt. The 38-year-old podcaster, author and former yoga instructor took to her Instagram story. Plus 2574 chars. Sweden issues warning of 2 gas leaks on Nord Stream 1 pipeline, Reuters. Sweden's maritime authority said on Tuesday it had issued a warning of 2 leaks on the Russian-owned Nord Stream 1 pipeline in Swedish and Danish waters, shortly after a leak on the nearby Nord Stream 2 project was discovered. Stockholm. September 27. Reuters. Sweden's maritime authority said on Tuesday it had issued a warning of 2 leaks on the Russian-owned Nord Stream 1 pipeline in Swedish and Danish waters, shortly after. Plus 1450 chars. Media briefing. NASA's SpaceX Crew-5 Flight Readiness Review, September 26, 2022. NASA video null. Best of Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli Manning cast Week 3 NFL. Check out our other channels. NFL Mundo https www.youtube.com/mundanflenfl Brazil https www.youtube.com/c/NFL Brazil officialful UK https www.youtube.com/ch null. Pokémon Unite's next batch of playable Pokémon revealed in new datamine. Nintendo Life. Spoilers ahead. Image. The Pokémon Company. Pokémon Unite's roster is set to expand in the near future, with a public test website for the game confirming Clefable, Zoroark and Sableye will all be made available to +1324 chars.